I have 2 daughters. Both daughters went here. They're 2 years apart. And then my son went here. They are 3 years older than him, 4 years older than him. Attended this school. And now my adopted son, Matthew, 6 years old, he's in this school.
Where we going?
Home?
Right, yeah.
It really changed my life. Matthew, I was a foster parent. After I got Matthew, I decided I would close my home to foster kids and just do weekend respite and devote all of my time to Matthew, because after all, you know, I had age was on my side. It's a lot, but it keeps me going. We go to the park a lot. He likes Chuck E. Cheese. He's just a really, really sweet kid. He really is.
Really?
Matt, we gonna take this off the door tonight?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. We don't want
We ain't gonna take it off then. Halloween gone, man.
This is our house.
It's not gonna be easy. You just look at it like you're raising your own kids. They're not always gonna walk a straight line. You're gonna have your ups and downs with them. But most of all, you just have to make them understand that you are there for them. As long as they, you know, can find their way and, you know, do well for themselves, that's all I want for them. You miss me today?
Yeah.
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 Parenting is challenging, and I think it would be equally challenging for a birth parent as an adoptive parent. Honestly, I can't see that there would be big differences in terms of the challenges and demands. It's challenging and demanding, no matter how you come into the process, I think.
Or you could use that.
This family? Okay, so there are 5 of us. Gavin is the first one who came along, and he's 14 now.
My favorite sports, basketball, because of the potential I have in basketball.
And then the second guy who came along was Jack, and he's 13 now.
All 5, it's a little hectic, like, because I'm the person who gets irritated.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Move a knife to where you're sitting.
And Gavin's the person who gets really loud. Hallie's pretty much fine.
Five goes right there.
And then it was a few years after that before Hallie came along when she was 4 weeks old. So they've been with me since they were very little. So I hope that they'll be happy and successful, and if they want to have families of their own, that's what they'll do. I hope that they'll be healthy, and I assume and trust that we'll still be connected throughout the years. So that's what I hope for them.
Play every week. At least try to.
I love football.
She loves gymnastics. Anything gymnastics, she'll do it. Like, she'll just flip around in, like, the stores and, like...
Well, it's a little unconventional. First of all, right now there's 7 in the house, so it's not a quiet house, and everyone has different schedules.
Good job. Take turns.
I have 9 children, 3 birth children, and 6 adopted children. And everybody has their own individual personalities, and I think that really makes a family unique. And it takes a lot to run a family like that and a lot to coexist together.
What are you doing?
To see a child come in like a broken bird, and they haven't been fed, and things have been chaotic for them, and there hasn't been a stable place to live.
I was scared, I cried a lot. It was a very scary experience because coming in from one home to another is really scary.
And as you start adding love and you start adding the appointments they've missed and things like that, that they start to open up like a flower.
Look at, look.
The way that they came together as a family unit with Nancy and me is really it was very organic. We were sitting on the couch watching a movie, and Michael, my son Michael, his little hand came over and touched mine. And it was the most extraordinary moment, really, because it was just this little guy wanted love so much.
You know, what's interesting is the little ones, the younger ones, really want the family to be together. So anything from a family movie in the living room to, you know, a fair.
I was going to beat her, but she always wants to be perfect. I want to beat you.
It's kind of amazing being able to say you're best friends with your 10-year-old sisters. They would never admit that, but I can admit that.
Another parent came up to me and said, it's really cool how close you are with your kids. And I never realized it, but there is something different about our relationship.
And we have the half marathon next Sunday, so.
It's home when we're with them, you know, and doing like all the events that we do with Dad, and then Mom being at our last half marathon. It was awesome.
If they did their race today, I guess you do your race tomorrow.
That killed me.
That's us. This is us.
They have the potential to be good parents themselves, right? To break that cycle. You know, and I think that's, so, you know, not only am I proud of them, but I'm proud of Nancy and me, because we've helped these kids to break that cycle, and they're going to be successful and productive members of society. Oh, yeah, when
you want to take it out?
Right, in terms of love, in terms of satisfaction, in terms of just adventure. You know, we've gotten so much more than we gave.
Be good.
You're very welcome.
I don't like sausage, but I will eat it.
I met Michael when he was 6 months old.
And you know what else I want to eat with this?
He was reaching for me through the car window, and he was saying, "Granddad." I fell in love with him. He gave me my life. He gave me something to live for.
Yeah, it's my favorite candy. I gotta eat it.
And when they told me I can take him home with me, I just started crying.
I didn't take any of his Legos.
I like him to learn. I want him to learn. Since I'm older, I'm not only his father, I'm his grandfather. So I want him to learn as much as possible while I'm here.
Dad, that's when Maddox spotted a Lego that was stuck to my elbow.
He's just the joy of my life. I had something to look forward to.
They are.
I couldn't envision myself not being a dad. It didn't make sense in sort of my understanding of who I was or who I was supposed to be. So I made a very concerted effort to adopt.
Take some colored pencils.
I have 3 children, 1 who is fully adopted and 2 who are in the process of being adopted.
Come with me now, and I'll show you
inside. Well, I think if you ask me what are the biggest challenges, they're really no different than any parent. I'm not really afraid of anything happening that we can't deal with. And we will have special and unique challenges, but there are also special and unique services in place to help us deal with that.
front.
Yep.
Up front.
Yep, you know that next word. You've seen that one before.
4.
Yep. The single most rewarding thing of this whole process is running into or interacting with people that knew my children before and see them now and comment on, you know, the extent to which they're thriving, right? Sorry, that's it for me.
During Adoption Month, we celebrate families like yours who've opened their hearts and their homes to a waiting child. Last year, close to 2,000 children were adopted from foster care in New York State. These are children of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities, but they all share the same need for a loving, stable, and nurturing home. Now, these children are creating memories, overcoming challenges, and knowing that they have a lifetime commitment from you. On behalf of all of us at the New York State Office of Children and Family Services, I thank you for choosing adoption.
Thank you. Thank you.